The hallway of Greenwood Public School was a long, dusty corridor of memories. The wooden floors creaked under hurried footsteps, and sunlight filtered through cracked windows, falling softly on faded lockers. In the corner classroom, room 14, sat Mr. Salman, a man whose quiet presence held more power than thunderous speeches. His demeanor was calm, but behind his eyes lived stories untold. Mr. Salman wasn't the kind of teacher students feared, he was the kind they remembered for the rest of their lives. He didn't raise his voice or hand out punishments. He asked questions that pierced through layers of fear, anger, and insecurity, questions that lingered long after the bell had rung. Why do you think you're angry? Who hurt you before you learned to hurt others? Have you ever met the version of yourself that lives beyond your pain? Each question was a thread, unraveling the knots within his students' hearts. The town didn't know much about him. He had moved there years ago and never spoke of his past. He lived alone in a small apartment above a bookstore, where he read into the early hours of the morning. People speculated, was he once a soldier, a priest, a lost father? But no one knew for sure. And Salman never offered answers. Then came Ali, a boy teetering on the edge. At 15, he had already seen too much. His father, a man broken by addiction, had vanished. His mother worked 16-hour shifts. Ali lived in a blur of survival, sarcasm, and silence. School was just another place to prove he didn't care. When Ali entered Mr. Salman's class, he expected the same story: teacher yells, Ali mocks, chaos ensues. But Salman didn't play his part. He looked at Ali and simply said, "You're not invisible here." Those 4 words wrecked Ali more than any punishment ever could. In the weeks that followed, something extraordinary happened. Mr. Salman began inviting Ali to stay after class. Not to scold, but to talk. Sometimes they discussed poetry. Other times, just life. Slowly, Ali let down his guard. He talked about nights alone, the sound of sirens, the silence of a house too empty. One day, Mr. Salman handed Ali an old, tattered notebook. On the cover was a sticker, "The Architect Within." Inside were notes, about Ali. Thoughts Salman had jotted during class, ideas about how to reach him, observations of his strengths, his potential, and even his humor, buried beneath the armor. At the end was a letter. "You are not your scars, Ali. You are your survival. And that survival is not shame, it is your blueprint. Build something brave from it." Ali cried. Not the kind of tears you wipe away. The kind that wash out pain you didn't know was poisoning you. It wasn't just Ali. Mr. Salman had a notebook for every student. Each one a roadmap of compassion, insight, and belief. He didn't just teach equations or grammar, he taught identity. He helped children unlearn shame and relearn worth. Then, on a cold Friday morning, Mr. Salman didn't come to school. His chair was empty. His room, dark. Days passed. Rumors spread. Some said he was sick. Others said he had moved. But no one had proof. A week later, the principal summoned the students to the auditorium. There, in silence, they watched a video, a message from Mr. Salman. He was seated in his apartment, sunlight pouring in from the window behind him. His voice trembled, but his words were clear. "If you're watching this, it means I had to leave sooner than I thought. But I want you to know, I saw you. Every single one of you. And if you remember anything from room 14, let it be this: you matter. Your pain matters. Your dreams matter. Don't let this world harden you. Stay soft. Stay human. That's your superpower." A hush fell over the auditorium. Students cried, openly, unashamedly. Teachers held hands. Something sacred had been said. Something unspoken was now alive. Years passed. Ali became a youth counselor. He carried Mr. Salman's notebook with him, using it as a guide to reach other lost kids. Every session he started with, "You're not invisible here." He created a foundation called The Architect Within, dedicated to mentoring troubled youth. Inside the main building, a mural stretched across the wall, a painting of Mr. Salman in room 14, surrounded by books and sunlight. Underneath it read, "He didn't just teach. He transformed." In a world addicted to noise, the quiet ones who listen, who see, are the real heroes. You may never know the depth of your impact, but when you choose kindness, you choose legacy. Be someone's Mr. Salman. Light the way.